Okay, this page is for Reteaching 8-9A. 8-9A talks about rectangular prisms, and it asks you to do surface area and volume. Now, volume is a concept we've been working on for the past couple lessons. And we know that in order to find the volume, find the area of the base, and you multiply by the height. In this case, like this rectangular prism here, you could simply go 9 times 6 times 9, and you would find the volume, all right, in cubic meters or inches or feet, whatever you're using. Now, where it gets a little different for surface area is this. You're not figuring out to fill up what's on the inside. Surface area is how you cover up the outside of the shape. If I wanted to take a box and wrap it like a present, all right, that would be the idea of surface area. Now, that idea of surface area is basically how much paper you need to cover up the whole thing and outside without any extra, but making sure to cover every little space. That's kind of what surface area is like. Now, if I'm looking at this rectangular prism, I see it's a 9 by 6 by 9 prism. Now what this means is, this right side is basically a rectangle that measures 9 by 6. Okay, so the area of that rectangle would be, 9 times 6 would be 54. Okay. Now, if the right side's like that, the left side's also going to be exactly like that. So that means you're going to get 54 off there also. Now, if you know that's the case, then the back is going to be 9 by 6, okay? The right side's 9 by 6, the left side's 9 by 6, and the front is going to be, you get it, 9 by 6 because it matches that front. So that means the back is 54, the front is 54. All right, now there's only two things left. I've got the right side, I've got the left side, I've got the front, I've got the back, but now I need to do the top and I need to do the bottom. So if I'm doing the top and the bottom, I have to look at the same kind of measurements again. Now, here's the thing. This is 9, and this is 9. So that means the top and the bottom aren't going to be 54. On this particular rectangular prism, if it's 9 by 9, based upon the measurements they give me along the back wall there, that little edge, right, where the two faces meet, and then that little line there, that's going to mean it's a 9 by 9. So the top is going to be 81, and the bottom is going to be 81. Okay? Okay, recap. Volume fills up the inside of something. It's a three-dimensional shape, so we multiply the length, the height, and the width. Surface area covers up the whole outside of the box in this case. Okay? So what I have to do is figure out the area of each one of those faces of the box. Now, on the right side, it's a 6 by 9, which means it's 54. Because think about a rectangle. Length times width, 6 times 9, gives me 54. If the right side's like that, the left side's going to match it also. So it has to line up be the same, so it's also going to be 54. Now, if I'm looking at the front and the back, okay, I'm still looking at a 6 by 9 measurement. So 54 for the front face, 54 for the back face. Now I still have to worry about doing the top and the bottom, okay? The top and the bottom are a little different though. The top and the bottom are 9 by 9. And that means 9 times 9 is going to be 81. So the value for the top is 81, the value for the bottom is 81. Now in order to find the total surface area for this particular prism, what I need to do is add up all the values of those faces that I've gathered. Therefore, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 54. So I'm going to do a little shortcut and I go 4 times 54 plus 2 times 81. All right, there's my two 81s, there's my 4 54s. All right, and I have, when those are all added up and combined, I get the total value that I need. Okay, now, if I wanted to do it a longer way, instead of multiplying it out a little bit and shortcutting with multiplication, I would do this version, and it would look like this. 54 plus 54 plus 54 plus 54 plus 81 plus 81. Now, you can add those all up. It's not hard math. I mean, it's just addition, right? You can crunch with the calculator or use a tool to make it quick. You can do a little multiplication, a little addition, do the combo to get both of them too. It still comes out to be the same thing. Now, this will give you the total surface area. I'm not going to do the calculations for you because this is the first problem of the next homework assignment, which is dealing with surface area. Surface area is not really complex, but what makes it tricky is visualizing the shape. When you're looking at it on your screen, feel free to zoom in and rotate it to visualize it and look at it. What can really help sometimes is something like a box. Ah yes, the ubiquitous Kleenex box. Essentially, it is a rectangular prism. This is one face. This is another face. If I were to say that this is like 8 by 3, then the back would also have to be 8 by 3. Now, if I said this is a 4 by 4, then the other side would also have to match a 4 by 4. And that's what we're talking about when we're looking at this shape up here. It's a rectangular prism. We know it's a rectangular prism by the basis of the measurements. If it was a cube, all of the measurements would be identical, like a 9 by 9 by 9, all right? Or a 6 by 6 by 6. Or my favorite, the triple nickel, the 5 by 5 by 5. So that being said, you can calculate for surface area for all of those the same way. And surface area is a pretty straightforward concept. Any three-dimensional prism can be calculated the same way as long as you find the area of each of the faces and then total them up, okay? Now, this will be put on as an assignment, probably Cavnet tomorrow. This is kind of an introduction preview to it. Watch it maybe one more time if you need to. Share it with your friends. Remember, take a look at it. A lot of you guys are just looking at the homework in Cavnet and doing it without even watching these, okay? Now, if you don't find this useful, email me. I'm going to be setting up some times next week, starting next week probably. We're going to set times for a couple check-ins for math and set times for a couple check-ins for history. And it'll be on a Zoom call so we can add 14, 15, 20 people, up to 100 people if we needed to go through there and discuss these things, you know, face-to-face, so to speak. Okay, I hope you're all doing well. It's getting a little dark out here. Looks like it's going to rain by my house. All right, take it easy and stay safe.